What's up, YouTube? This is Destination Kings Athletics coming at you from beautiful sunny Southern California. It's beautiful and it's sunny and it's Southern California. So today's video is going to be on what makes a player a lotto pick. We're going to try to define this and we're going to try to figure this out. We're going to try to weave our way through the mud. We're going to come up with a decision. What is a lotto pick? What is a lottery type player? Let's get to it. All right, guys. So as you know, there's just so much confusion. I can't believe it. We're decades and decades and decades into NBA, and we still don't know what a lottery pick is, or what is considered to be a lottery pick. So today I'm gonna try to put this on wax, as they say. I'm gonna put it on wax, so we can decide. Oh, I have a little better decision making on what player comes out of college and is titled a lottery pick. So let's get to it now. A lottery pick to me is the same thing as a franchise player. Different sport, right? Franchise player, the term is normally used for football. Lotto pick is basketball term, right? Ooh, lotto pick. He's number one. He's a lotto pick. Okay, so I think it's the same thing. So, but it's different sports. But it basically means the same thing. A franchise player is a player who's going to come in and contribute, and if not only contribute, take the team on a whole different path, meaning the winning path, right? So, and that's a lotto. Lotto pick is the same. It should be the same thing. Why isn't it the same thing? I don't know. But a lotto pick is the same thing. When you pick number 1, 2, or 3, maybe even 5, these are players who are going to come in and make an immediate impact. Not just play, not just start, not just shoot up a couple of shots. I'm talking about take the franchise, the team, into a whole different direction. Most of the time it's winning, okay? Most of the time it's winning. Let's put it out there. Most of the time, 99% of the time, 100% of the time, it should be winning, okay? So that's a lotto pick. That's a franchise player. Okay, let's break it down. A lotto pick should have a certain size for the position they play. They need a certain size, meaning height and width. They need a certain size to go along with what position they play. Whatever that size is, like obviously, it can't be all the same because point guards and centers and forwards are all different sizes. But whatever position they play, they need to have a specific size, if not better. So like a point guard, if you're 6'5", you're on the right side of this, okay? And depending on the position, they need to have the right speed, appropriate speed, if not better. So everybody that's 6 feet tall or plays for the point guard, there's a specific size and weight and speed. They need to be just a little better, okay? And these are guys typically in college that were being held back. So they normally come from really good schools, and most 99% of the time, and they need to come from a program that they were being held back, meaning they were just passing and picking, but there was so much potential being held back. That's normally what a lotto pick has. And they need to be somewhat of a scoring machine. So what does that mean? A scoring machine. That just means that not necessarily that they scored a lot of points, but when they were kind of released, when the news was kind of released by the college coach, that they went off. They scored, 40s, in the high 30s, 40s. And they have good form. They have good shooting awareness, meaning they're not taking crazy shots, right? They're just taking really good shots, and they got good form. They got to be scoring machines. Scoring machines. They got to shoot the ball right, and they got to shoot appropriately and at the right time. You just can't just throw it up just because you want to, And like I said, the physical size is very important. They got to be physically, if not on the higher tier of their position, if not a little higher. So like if a point guard, if you're 6'4" and above, you're on the higher tier. You're on the higher spectrum, if you will, of that position. Same thing goes for forward. Now it comes to size. Now you're a shooting guard. 6'7" is pretty good. 6'9" is really good. And then it just also depends on how your girth, your width and your length. There's a lot of things that contribute. And the power, you got to have power, right? It just depends on where you're at, what position, but they got to be, like I said, they got to be on that upper tier of the spectrum, and then just a little higher. So it's very difficult to be just in the middle, just an average 6'4" point guard. You just average. You gotta stick out. You gotta just stick out like a sore thumb. And they gotta be somewhat polished, man. What I mean by offensively, they have to be polished. They pretty much kind of know what, pick and rolls. They have to know how to create their own shot. Coming out of college, they have to know how to create their own shot. So they got to be like an offense juggernaut, just within one person, one player. They need to know that when you give them the ball with 6 seconds left, they know how to get the ball to the hole, to the bucket. They got to be that kind of player. They got to be a guy who, when you give him the ball, and you're counting on the point, you're pretty much going to get the point. Or if not, you're going to get a really, really good shot or a layup. So, anyway, okay, so that's pretty much the characteristics, in my opinion, of a lottery pick. But nowadays, lottery picks are not based on those things, those qualities, those qualifications. They're basically based on potential now. So you look at a guy like Ingram. Now let's look at Ingram. Physically, he's longer, taller. I don't even know what position he plays. Off guard, shooting guard, three. I don't know what he plays, but he can dribble the ball like a guard. He's got a lot of these things, but the one that I don't know his speed, and I definitely don't know if he's got to bulk up. But the thing is, when we're talking about lotto picks, these are guys that can come in and make a huge impact right away. Ingram, no, he didn't come in. Now you look at the other lotto pick that they got this year, that the Ball. A lot of things do stick out. A lot of things are better, but is he going to come in and make an impact? And I guess what I'm trying to say is, man, if you got players to choose from, right? And these guys are not players that are going to come in and make an immediate impact. They're not lottery picks. So what should the Lakers have done this year? They should have traded him off, traded the rights off to somebody who really could use them and could really develop them, and they should have got a lot of players. But a lottery pick, guys, is a guy who's going to come in immediately and make a difference. Immediately. Like, you can just put him on the court today, and he will take your franchise on a different journey. And nowadays, franchise players, well, not franchise, that's football, but lottery picks, they're just being wasted because they're looking at a guy and his potential. Potential meaning what? That you might not feel it. You might not fulfill that potential. Potential is an ugly word. If you want to think about it, it's another video. But potential is an ugly word because you may or may not fulfill that potential. And that's not what a lottery pick is. A lottery pick is a guy who can come in at right now and be a part of that team. Not only be a part of the team, but take your team on a different level. So I'm glad I can kind of, hopefully, it's just people don't know what a lottery pick is. People think that potential should never be in the conversation of a lotto pick. It's a right now, put him on the court today and he'll contribute. That's what a lottery pick is. Anyway, guys, like my video, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think what a lotto pick means. A lotto pick, or what a player should be considered a lottery pick. And I'm out.